What you mean you don't want this baby no more? Young lady, you 17 years old. This baby didn't choose to be here. You gotta understand, once you lay down and open your legs to these little boys and bring this baby into this world, this becomes your responsibility. All your life, it's over. You gotta do this stuff for her. You just can't give her up for adoption and say you don't want her no more. That's not how this life works, young lady. I'm your father. I'll help you out with the baby. But I'll be damned if you let this baby go and go give her up for adoption like that. You don't do that to your child. You gotta understand you can't have fun no more. You are an adult now. Back in my day, when you had a baby at 16, 17, 15, you are adult now. So you gotta grow up. You just can't go out here and just say, oh, fuck it, I give up. You can't give up on this baby. This baby didn't choose to be here. This baby didn't choose to be here. And if the little father don't help, I got you. I got you. But I told you, when you first got pregnant, I said, once you had that baby, ain't no going back.
Yes, I already know we run into the territory of being in the existence where skits are more prevalent than anything else directly out here. And because of that, nobody wants to actually pay attention to the message. In a lot of these videos, people would rather state the obvious or try to perceive the obvious versus looking at the actual message that is in the video. So again, I don't know if this is a skit or not, so I just wanted to get through that ahead of time. The main thing about this video that I wanted people to pay attention to is two things. Number one, the father is there, right? Or at least the image or the physical being of a father or what would be considered a father. And people always state that, oh, well, you know, a lot of these young girls wouldn't be pregnant and such and such and such if the father wasn't there. And obviously the father is there, but obviously he must be working. And obviously the mother is nowhere to be seen, because why is it that the young girl is only dealing with one parent? Odd, isn't it? It's weird when the, shoe is on the other foot. And it's pretty interesting how a lot of people don't have a lot to say, but oh wait, going by what is stated on the lower portion of the video, you can clearly see that obviously on social media, a lot of women has some things to say. And some of the things that they wanted to say was like, oh, the father should take care of the child. No, the father shouldn't. No, the father shouldn't. The father technically already raised one / still is raising, and also obviously present in the life. You can obviously hear by the man's words. He said, yo, you're not giving up that child, right? You made a mess. You have to clean it up. You're a big girl now. You're not a little girl. You're not going to give up your daughter because you want to go outside and play with your friends, right? You made the choice to make an adult decision. You wanted to have unprotected relations with another human being, bringing life that did not ask to be here. You do not have the right to now give up said life. You don't. And this is the main thing that I've told a lot of other women directly out there as well. You do not have the opportunity to now be selfish as either a young woman or as a full-fledged woman. Once you decide to lay down with a whole nother human being, you now have to sit and stay in that bed. No more going out there hot girl summer. No more going out there being a city girl and trying to live your best life. Your best life is now behind you. Right? Just like that man was when you created that child behind you. Like I said, if you wanted to look forward towards the future, well, maybe you should have stayed abstinent. Maybe you should have actually taken the chance and listened to your father. Listen to the men directly in your life. Listen to the best friends that sat up there and told you, hey, you might not want to deal with that guy. You might not want to sleep with him. He's known to not sit up there and stay with the woman he gets pregnant. But like I said, and I've told people before, young girls and women in general will do what it is that they want to do, irregardless on if a man is in their life or not, irregardless on if they got a brother, a stepbrother, a cousin, a uncle, a grandfather, an actual father, or even Jesus. It don't matter what father it is. A young girl and a woman are going to do what it is that they want to do, because it is their body and their choice. And again, this little girl decided to make that choice to become a full-fledged grown woman before it was her time. But yet, people want to try to still blame the father or pin the responsibility on the father. No, 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 no. He is present. He is there. He told her what to do and what not to do. She opted not to follow directions or the rules to the game. So you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So the other part that we have here is the young girl. She decided that she wanted to be stupid. And again, I just want to ask the question that normal people always ask when it's the other way around. Where is the mother? Why is the mother not present? Why is this conversation only happening from one side? A little bit weird, isn't it? But I know why it's so weird. That's because you have a lot of bum mothers directly out here, but nobody wants to talk about that, right? I can happen to mention and talk about that because I know a few men out here who are black men and the mothers are nowhere to be seen. But you know where the child or the children are? Right there with the father. You know what the father been doing? Present in that child's life since day one, since the mother sat up there and abandoned that child and didn't want to do nothing or have no parts of that child. Not even a call, not even a birthday, not even a birthday gift, not even a Christmas. No celebrations. But yet again, when it deals with this, women don't want to talk about women abandoning their children, women abandoning their responsibilities. And there's a lot of women out here that have abandoned their responsibilities one way or another. Either they gave up the child to a family member, to a friend for adoption, or to the father or to the father's family, or they went directly to the doctor. But nobody wants to talk about that though. Everybody want to talk about how it is that men want to abandon their responsibility, but nobody want to talk about the millions of lives that have been abandoned that were actually alive by way of women that decided that they weren't ready to actually be a parent. They weren't ready to actually be a mother, but they were ready enough to have unprotected relations with a whole nother person and create a life that didn't ask to be here. But nobody wants to talk about that though. We want to sweep that under the rug. Right? My body, my choice? Yeah. Right. Okay. But like I said before, this is the society that we live in, where the young girls are going to model themselves and they're going to follow in the footsteps of those that came before them. This is what that looks like. So whenever these young girls out here go out there and have unprotected relations and get pregnant, they're not doing this realistically because of a lack of a father, because they're going to do what it is that they want to do anyway. But they're doing this because they're following in the footsteps of the other women who have done the exact same things, who are still consistently showing these same things and also preaching, I don't need a man. I'm going to sit up there and raise a kid all by my own. I'm going to sit up there and be a surrogate mother and not have a man anywhere around. I can do it all by myself. I'm independent. I'm strong. All this other type of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. And like I told people before, it's going to get worse before it gets better.